Right, so as you can tell from the title of this video, I 11x'd my income in 2024, and I want to share with you exactly what I've learned during that year, also into this year, so that way you could potentially 11x your income in 2025 and beyond, so that way we're not going to be staying broke in this system. As recently we all know how crazy this inflation, the tariffs that Trump is working on is going. The last thing we want to do is stay exactly within the same income bracket and tax bracket. So I want to share with you the 5 most important things I've learned. Buckle in, sit down. If this video is going to be super boring, then you better believe you're not going to get rich. Going to the very first thing. A lot of the time, and this applies to literally every single person, no matter the age, no matter the job that you're working in, no matter what anything is, you are only 1 to 2 decisions away from making life-changing money. Now, that decision obviously is not going to be like a quick and easy decision. It usually has a catch. And by catch, I mean you have to sacrifice something, whether that be sometimes finances temporarily, your time temporarily, and a lot of energy, and also delayed gratification. But you are usually just 1 decision, not even 2, just 1 decision away from tripling, quadrupling, 5xing, and then maybe even 10xing your wealth within that 1 year time frame. And that usually is having a change within the vehicle to make you money. Because right now, if you're watching this, the chances of your vehicle bringing you money right now is going to be a 9-to-5 job. And that's always capped. You're always going to be stuck forever at 90 grand a year, 100 grand a year. You're not going to scale past like 100 grand a year. There's no way in hell with a 9-to-5 job you're going to get to $1 million a year. That's just not how 9-to-5 jobs are built. Because if that was the case, everyone will be rich. And that's not the case. That decision usually involves either, getting into a business model, hiring someone as a mentor to teach you. And I'm telling you right now, a lot of you guys think mentors are scams because you probably either A, got burnt in the past, you bought some random course from someone who didn't do your due diligence of research long enough, or you never bought ever a course and you just think it's a scam because of all the comments you see in Reels. And I don't blame you, but I personally can't say any bad things about courses or mentorships because I personally bought actually an 8,000 euro mentorship in 2024. And that was the 1 decision that literally 11x'd my income. And if you don't believe me, that's fine. This video is not for proof. Like, if you want to look for proof, watch my other videos on my main YouTube channel, YTA Danny, or go to my Instagram at YTA Danny. You'll see literally my self-development journey from 2023, a broke gym college kid in school, to now buying a Corvette, making my record month, I think, was 67,000 Canadian dollars in a single month. Now we're ranging anywhere between 30 to 40K a month. So early 2024, I was hovering at actually 3K a month. I was hovering at 3K per month in revenue, and sure, that's pretty decent for, considering I was still in school at that time. But after I made the decision to literally invest 4 months of my money, it was an installment of 2,000 euros every month for 4 months. And I paid this guy to teach me how to run another info product company. And that literally made a lot of money, period. So that goes into the second point right over here. Your vehicle decides your cap. A lot of the time, you can only scale to, let's say with, a job. You're going to scale to make maximum, like I said earlier, 90 to 100 grand a year. You're not going to really do much better than that. Unless you're in some crazy doctor or physio, you make 200, 300K a year. But if you're doing now a business model, usually that still has a cap depending on the business model that you run. And so let's say, just for the sake of it, YouTube automation, that's the business model that I run. You're going to be capped with Evergreen YouTube at like 15 to 20K a month. You can't really scale further than 20 grand a month, which is like 240,000, just shy of $250,000 per year. Sure, that's great money by all means. You can survive comfortably with that. But if you have ultimate goals and you are an actual grinder to change your family's bloodline, to literally change the trajectory of your generation and your family's bloodline, that won't do anything. So I knew inevitably I was going to hit that ceiling of 15, 20K a month with YouTube automation, more specifically Evergreen YouTube. And I was like, right, well, once I hit the market cap of one specific vehicle, the only best option then is to scale into a different vehicle and divert. And that's exactly what I bought my mentorship $8,000 package on. I'm not going to name drop, but you guys probably will, if you guys do enough, research on my Instagram, you'll probably figure out who I bought it from. And he was a great mentor. He literally brought me from 7-8K per month when I kind of contacted him in like around April 2024. He brought my income. The first 2 months of starting this consulting info company, I made virtually no sales. It was the third month when everything started to click. We got content ready, we got the systems and the funnels, and we launched our product. And then within month 3, I think we did $15,000 off of the consulting info company, which is pretty solid. And then by month 4, I hit another 15 to 20K cash collected. And then it was around month 6, I think. That was when we hit our record month of 67,000 Canadian dollars, which is about 42 to 44,000 US dollars cash collected. And that in of itself, because I was sitting at $3,000 a month in the first month of 2024, pretty much 12x. I don't even know the math. It's either 11, 12, 13x. So I'll just say 11x. At 11x my income, literally, not even the full year of 2024, 6 months in. All because I knew that my vehicle A was going to be the cap of how much I'm going to earn. I have to divert to something that has a lot larger of a cap. And B, you're usually only 2 decisions away, maybe even 1 decision away from life-changing money. And that doesn't mean it's going to happen overnight. That doesn't mean that's going to be easy. You have to put in the work. But it is literally just as simple as that. Okay? I'm not telling you to go drop $8,000 now on a mentor. No, you're getting it all wrong. What you have to understand is that this is a very good quote that I literally saw yesterday as well. And I really want you to resonate with it. Is the things that are happening within your life, you are choosing it. So you deserve 100% what happens within your life. If you have something going on in your life that you complain about, whether that be your job, whether that be your finances, your body, your health, your relationships, and if you're still choosing it, and if you're still continuing to live life with it, you are literally choosing it. You're not changing it out. You're not doing what you can to live a different outcome. Like if I gave you a rotten egg to eat, it was sitting on the plate, and you're complaining about it. I don't want to eat rotten egg. You still ate it anyways. Then you're still choosing to have that within your life. You have to get rid of it. It's all in your power. Okay? So don't blame on external factors. It's not anyone else's responsibility to change your life. Ultimately, it is your responsibility. But you do not want to fall into the shiny objective syndrome now. Now, this is what I mean. Every single individual who has tried to make money online and who has succeeded usually tried more than one business model. I personally tried I tried copywriting, I tried trading, and then I also tried affiliate marketing. Affiliate marketing was the only one that sort of worked. The other 2 flopped terribly. And then when I tried my 4th business model, YouTube automation, that was the one that clicked for me. Okay? But no one got rich doing 5 different business models. No one became world champion at basketball, volleyball, swimming, soccer, and baseball. No one. Do you know why? Because you dilute your energy and you dilute the amount of time you can allocate towards each individual business model if you're trying to get rich from 5 different streams of income. That is absolutely the worst way to go about it. You have to do the thing where you pour all of your energy, all of your soul into one singular vehicle that you have chosen, master all of it, figure out its peak, get as close to the peak as you can, and then once you somewhat hit the roof, that's when you start to divert, because then that's when the water cup overflows. Think of it as like a water cup. This is going to be your skill set. This is going to be how much money you can make. As you increase your skill set, your money goes higher and higher. And then once it starts to overflow on that specific vehicle, which is your business model, then you can divert into other cups. So don't try to do crypto, trading, e-commerce, and YouTube automation at the same time. Just pick one. At the end of the day, every single business model works. Otherwise, it wouldn't be called a business model. It would be called a scam model. It's people who fail. So as long as you know every single input of the game and you know how to run the system correctly, it is impossible for you not to fail. It is impossible for you to fail. I don't know. It's basically guaranteed that you will win. Okay. So don't ever try to follow how I repeat myself so many times. Okay, now this one's very, very important because I struggled with this quite a lot. When I was starting to make money, I was still keeping the old friends that were almost down shaming on me when I was still poor. Like when I was not 11xing my income and I was still like a student, I would say, they were all laughing at me. They were like behind my back saying, oh, why are you starting to make cringe YouTube, outsource content? You think you're so cool. Whatever they have to say to you. You have to let go of your old friends, especially if all they do is bring up your past. As you become more successful, and I don't know if this is just for me, but this happens to literally everyone, is that they will all keep on reminding you of the past, whether that be they liked your past more or your past was a lot worse and you just matured better. In my case, I matured more. And then as I matured better, they just kept on bringing up, oh, remember retard Danny? Remember when you were so stupid back then? And I'm like, bro, haha, so funny, let's move on. Everyone has phases within their life. We will all grow, change, mature. And if they only could bring up old you, which is not anywhere near as what you are currently at for self-development, they're only going to slow you down. They're only going to drain your energy. And whatever drains your energy and doesn't preserve or conserve or channel your energy, you should not participate in it. The number one biggest, advice I would give to anyone if you were to become more successful is you have to find as many ways as you possibly can to channel your energy. Not channel, but conserve, because your energy is limited. It can never be created or destroyed, only really transferred. So if you're draining your energy with old friends who don't really do anything back or give you any of their energy back, and you're not swapping and conserving, if that makes sense, you are literally losing your ability to perform, but then also almost like an aura sense. Your energy is your aura. The more energy you can kind of allocate and provide towards the right aspects, the more you're going to grow as a person as well. That's why it's very, very good to exchange energies within mastermind events with like-minded individuals who are also going to give you, information, knowledge, value, and ultimately energy back. But just giving it all to your old friends, soaking none of their crap in, it's really, really bad eventually. It's not going to happen immediately. Sometimes short-term wise, it's actually fun to hang out with your old friends again. But on a long enough time span, you're going to find it very, very energy draining, pulling you back. And the analogy you have, it's like a snake shedding its skin, okay? The old skin that was on the snake was once useful. It protected it, but then holding onto that old skin would really only slow down that snake's progress in life. And to grow, that snake must let go of its old skin, although it might feel uncomfortable at first. That's what you have to do. And that leads into my next point, my last point as well, is you have to never feel contempt. If I was content at $3,000 a month, which is survivable money, and then it is scaled to the peak of YouTube automation sitting at $15,000 to $20,000 per month, and I just never changed my vehicle, I never changed anything, sure, I'll live a pretty comfortable life, but that's still very, very similar to a lot of people. I cannot buy my dream car at 18 years old. I cannot travel the world wherever I want, whenever I want. I cannot impulse buy, whatever. Unless I was just saving every single penny, which I did not want to do. So even there are going to be people, and you will notice this as you get more successful, there will be people younger than you, more successful than you, that are still not as content. This doesn't mean that we're like weirdos with voids and we just don't have heart and then we feel empty. No. We just have never-ending purpose and fulfillment that causes us to keep on thriving for more. Because the moment you settle, you're actually going to be degressing slowly. There's no such thing as stagnating. The world's always changing and evolving and moving faster. And if you're not going to be moving at the same pace of the world, you're going to be literally falling behind. Okay, I actually had this call with one of my buddies. His name is Devin. He's a really good friend of mine. He actually used to work within my consulting company. And we were talking about plans to then scale my consulting company this year to $100K per month. Because I've been stuck at around the 25, 30 to 50K per month mark now for like 5-6 months, which is obviously not good whatsoever. I am very, very, not desperate, but understanding that I have to change something and I have to make a big decision to help me jump from 30, 40K a month to 100K a month. And it's just that call in of itself, from a perspective point of me 12 months ago, is absolutely crazy. I have one of the biggest problems in my life right now is that I'm stuck at 30K a month. Well, that's literally the dreams of other individuals who will never ever make 30 grand a month in their entire life. So there's levels to the game. There's levels, there's above the levels to the levels. I am nowhere near the top of the level as well, because there's someone out there crying and, not crying, but they're stressed out of their life because they only made 30 grand that day. They usually hit 100K days, maybe even 150K, 200K days, and they are absolutely stressed, balls to the wall, because they only made 30 grand that day. They only are on track to making $1 million per month, when they usually could do 3 to 4 million a month. Isn't that crazy? You cannot ever feel content or satisfied. And I'll tell you right now, from firsthand experience, one of the reasons why I've been stuck at this ballpark of like 30 grand, 40 grand a month is literally because I got somewhat content and I was doing maintenance work. The moment you're not thriving for more, you're literally going to be falling behind. Life is basically like the escalator thing that you see in those airports. If you're just walking against it, you're going to be literally moving along, maintaining. You have to hustle to get ahead. And if you stop moving, you're going to literally fall behind. That's basically all the stuff that I have learned A to Z that literally 11x my income. And I guarantee you, if you follow this to a T, to summarize, you're literally only one decision away, sometimes two, from making life-changing amounts of money. I'm talking 30, 40, 50 to 100K per month. Your vehicle decides your cap. This doesn't mean for all of you guys to then just go into YouTube automation and then dive into consulting. That's literally, this worked what worked for me. There are individuals who never ever got into either business models that are still printing 30, 40K a day, $1 million a month. E-commerce, crypto trading. I know this guy, and we actually talked when I was on my trip to Miami. He is my age. Okay, I'll just say his name, James Wang. And this guy, when he was 14, 15, when he was in high school, he made $1 million. He made millions of dollars off of crypto, off of NFTs. So it doesn't actually matter what specifically vehicle you are in, because most vehicles have a high enough cap for you, but some are obviously better than others, some are slower than others. Depends on the vehicle, depends on ultimately how you, approach the vehicle. Because generically, YouTube automation is going to be capped at 20K a month if you're doing Evergreen. But there are going to be some odd case scenarios where you're James Wang, that you make $1 million at, 15, 16 years old. Nothing is impossible. No one got rich doing all the business models, so stick to fucking one. You have to let go of your old friends because they're going to just burn you about your past, and you must never feel content. Hope that kind of helps. Hope I provided at least some value to you guys. If I did, drop a like, subscribe. If you hate this video, you just feel like you wasted your time, then drop a dislike. All right, I'm gonna go get my Corvette now because my Corvette's in my shop.